We are live. Wow, chat's popping already. Talking about just a damage dealer. Y'all are hideous. Uh, welcome all live viewers and not live viewers, I guess, to the Ranting Hour featuring my washing machine in the background. If you can hear this, I don't know if you guys can. I am joined tonight with Inkwelder, as usual, and Johnbelmont is the special guest today. Will Mino and Neckler show up? I don't know. They don't say anything. We don't plan here. Well, we plan slightly. But this is the Ranting Hour where we rant about something for an hour, generally. At least I try to. Sometimes we go over. I completely forgot my intro. Again, I need to write it down one day. But if you're looking to hit me up on Discord, I do not have a Discord server because if I did, I'd end up banning everyone. But I do usually hang out in the TCC, the Crystal Chronicles podcast server. You can find a link in the description there. You can find me, Ink, Josh, Necklord, Johnbelmont. I don't speak for Josh. I'm a mess today. Which is weird. Anyways, you can find us over there. Come through. It's Mark's server. I always give my props to Mark. He gave me a platform when he had no reason to, and I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for Mark in the first place. So show some love. Show up to the TCC podcast stream. I said the TCT podcast again. I'm fumbling over my words. Hello, Inkwelder. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Just bashing my head at the stupid Lufania and that fucking 50 turn count. What the hell?
I see. Should have pulled Palom. And Johnbelmont is here. If you remember my Lufania armor token plus whatever video, what the fuck it's called? I shouted Johnbelmont in there because I thought he did a great job covering. He unfortunately didn't made a critical error and said Lael was the wrong armor, which invalidated the entire video. I am kidding, but hello, Johnbelmont.
Oh, hi. Thanks. Thanks again for letting me join in on this, and thanks again for that shout out.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see.
He's a fellow Cloud fan, and he joined, and I didn't join the Cloud. I didn't put the Cloud icon on, so let me click that on OBS right quick. Where did I named it John. Oh, there we go. Boom. See, you're in the corner. Let's make it a little bigger because Cloud's awesome, and you're in front of. Okay, whatever. On the fly. What did I write down we're going to talk about today? I wanted to touch on Palom Hypocrites, but Ink has some scathing words about the Lufenia, so I want to let him get those off. But first, we got to talk about what we ate as I get relaxed and talking. Ink, what are you eating lately?
I will be having crab fried rice from a new Thai restaurant. And on top of the crab fried rice, I put yellow curry chicken on top. It is damn delicious, at least from this place. It's probably the best I've found in my city. It's good stuff. It's not as good as some of the stuff that I've ever had, like in Southeast Asia when I got to visit. I missed the days of traveling, just saying. But yeah, that's what I'm eating.
All right. John, do you mind if I could just call you John instead of Johnbelmont? It's a mouthful.
Yeah. It's actually easier that way.
Yes, I agree. Thank you.
Even I call myself John when I introduce myself in the video, actually.
Yes, of course. You eating anything special lately?
Well, I did have something kind of like a pork steak with soy sauce on it. It's really salty, but it was pretty tasty when I ate it.
Did you make it?
Nope.
Okay, I respect it. I've been on a salmon kick lately. I've just been buying salmon en masse. I bought like 3 pounds of salmon yesterday, and I cooked it all. And I ate like half of it like right before this with some Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are fire, by the way. If you don't like it, I don't know, mean words. Brussels sprouts and rice, typical meathead dinner. But man, I love salmon. Salmon's so good, so easy to cook. Just throw a meat thermometer in there, 145 degrees, let it cool a little. Throw some salt and pepper on it before you throw it in the oven. Fire. Learn how to cook, y'all. Learn how to cook. Go ahead.
I'm pasting a Brussels sprout recipe that I love making in the chat.
Oh, recipes?
It is fucking awesome.
My recipe is grab the microwave bag.
No. Oh my.
Oh,
no.
What?
Well, it's better. It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
Get my
but
vegetables in.
Yeah. What were you say, John?
I was just laughing at it.
What's wrong with the microwave bag? It's good enough.
And I agree with Blind that skirt steak is OP. You can also buy skirt steak in mass, like 2-3 pounds of it.
I should do that. Yeah, I
make that with some with some cauliflower puree and some asparagus. That is good stuff.
I have an irrational fear of kitchen appliances. Have I said that before?
Oh my! But your washing machine is running right now. Do you have your washing machine in your kitchen?
I have a 1-bedroom apartment, so I guess technically I got a little room for my washing machine. It's not the point. I'm always scared I'm gonna burn something down. Always, even if I've used it before. Like I'm always scared when I open the oven there's gonna be a fire, or if I use my slow cooker, I'm scared something's gonna set on fire. Like I recently got over my fear of using a cast iron skillet, but it's not. I didn't even get over it because I always freak out and think I'm gonna burn my apartment down. It's a very weird fear I have. I don't know why I'm like that. Like I didn't use an oven for years when I was in college, just because I was scared I was gonna set the whole building on fire. Very irrational. I don't know why I'm like this.
It's almost as irrational as my hatred of Edward.
Almost, no, because fires are real. Edward's not. Don't put me on your level. Anyways, yeah, we can talk.
John,
about
who's the one character in DFFOO that you will never ever gear up or use?
That's a loaded question, by the way.
Yeah, it is. I feel like everyone's got one.
I think it's Eldnarch for me.
Okay. Mino shaking his fist somewhere. Good choice.
I think I'm summoning it with this one.
Any reason why, Eldnarch? Please choose violence as much as possible, by the way.
Okay, the main reason is I did buy into the hype when he was first released on his event, and I tried him at EX 0 out of 3, and he's like, oh, he's wrecking the stage. Then the longer I used him, I realized, wow, it's almost over 30 minutes on one run with him. And I'm just like, I don't need that in my life. It wastes too much time, even if he does like lockdown bosses.
There are people. John, how long have you been playing, by the way? That's always important to ask.
Oh, actually, it's that's kind of a loaded story. I started when the global first aired in
Beatrix?
2017, I believe. Yeah, but then I stopped for a bit. Then I came back on the Kieran event.
Kieran event, so chaos. Okay, that's important
Nice.
context, because we do have people listening who it's really weird for us to think about people who join way later. Like I know Inkwelder and me, we've been playing since the C50 era, which really every time something goes on, like I feel older and older now. But remembering hype cycles is always something you're trying to point out. And Eldnarch being hyped with just his EX might be a stark comparison to people who weren't around for that era, but Eldnarch was hyped to hell and back as one of these crazy meta units that could break every stage. And while it was true, you can go back to my video on the time when I talked about him. I explicitly said he's boring, and I might have been one of the few voices saying that at the time. Like, y'all, he can break stuff, but good God, you'll fall asleep. I don't know where I was going with that. You get something to chime in there?
Well, he's... The problem with, I was probably going to comment on the Crystal 50 era, because that was a golden era when...
I wouldn't call it golden. More like a shiny turd.
Okay, yeah, sure, because 50's era was the SAS 35 era. Yeah.
One second. Chat is all telling when they started the game. That's crazy, y'all, but I didn't ask.
I only had 35s. And I just wanted the high crystals, and you got high crystals from running them. But I was a relatively new player, so I spent, I think it was 147 turns beating the stage with that crew. No one had their EX weapon or anything. It was absolute pain and agony, but I got just for running them, I got the high crystals.
Wait, hold on,
so it was nice.
There's the chat saying the stream is back. Okay. Oh, it got died. Oh, okay. Are we back now, guys? Stop the download. Maybe it's because did I close my? Oh, I didn't close Genshin. Whoops. That wouldn't mess anything up, would it? Man,
Genshin is a okay. I'm not going there. Never mind. Not going there.
The stream was going fine and the Palom Nation attacked. You trash talk chat. Wait, how much of a delay was it? Okay, that's weird. Where did it cut off for we? What was the last thing you guys?
They can mention it, but we need to keep talking.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, the Palom Nation struck and took down the stream. I did pull for Palom. That video will be on my YouTube because I lost a pull battle on Sarah to Jin Lee, and the loser had to pull the winner's choice banner for 200 tickets. So I had to put 200 tickets on Edward. So that's an inflammatory video that I'm going to post shortly. That turd bucket. I actually didn't call him a turd bucket in the video. That's a real miss because that's his main. That's my main nickname for him. But anyway, I think I don't know. I still maintain that Palom is a okay damage dealer. Like, he deals a lot of damage, but yeah, I'm not on the Palom Nation train.
Interesting.
Right now.
All right, that's cool.
Mostly because he can't inflict his own breaks. If he can inflict his own breaks, like Aranea, then I would be all for it.
Wow, it died right after I said we didn't ask. Really? That's hilarious.
That's a
really long time that it died. That's really strange. What? This started on time? Pikachu, let me ban you real quick. Shut up. Wow, that's really weird that it died like that.
No, that's fine.
Anyways.
So what's the story with the Palom haters?
So I've seen so many curious Palom takes that kind of blow my mind. And I for one, I want to undo one of my criticisms of Burst plus Arden with the break thing you brought up. Because as I was defending Palom earlier, I said leaving someone open for breaks is the easiest thing in the world. That's just a building thing where you just leave targets open and don't AoE damage or brave damage dealers tend to hurt people who benefit from free turn on breaks, so don't do it. And then I was like, wait, I complained about that on Arden, but that's really thing to build about. So Yoshi Pasta, if you're there, I take that back completely. But I was just looking at Palom's numbers on page, and I've seen some pretty hilarious damage showcases of Palom's LD, like all around for people who used it. And there was that one where he did like 1.2 million off of an LD with like Garland and Paladin Cecil's burst effects up. And well, obviously that's not a regular use case. Like, his damage ceiling is really high. But I think probably one of the worst takes about Palom is that he doesn't use his skills very often. And if anyone has pulled Renoa during Cosmos, like John for context, Renoa during Cosmos was an HP attack spammer, but she had a high damage ceiling like that. So Renoa's really meta. If anyone pulled for Renoa, Charlotta, Aerith, anyone's planning to pull for Porum, who are the other ones? Galuf mostly spans HP attacks. Kieran LD. You're trashing Palom for not using his skills. You're full of shit. Full stop. Because there are Agrius pre-LD. She mainly uses HP plus. We've had a plethora of characters who are built around just using HP attacks. And this novel excuse that people are pulling out of their ass for Palom is just honestly such a ridiculous double standard. It's not like he's like breaking the game, but he does have a really high damage ceiling, and we should respect what he's doing. I mean, I heard someone call 400k a turn if he gets a break like mediocre damage. Like, I don't think what? yeah right, smoking something crazy. 400k, like, especially because Palom has the weak damage modifier and he's got a brave regen on his turns, and you can easily amp that up. And that's just, he's pretty self-sufficient. I was talking to Sinewave about this because he's like, I really appreciate that Palom is self-sufficient, because, you know, if you don't support, like, he runs Emperor all the time, you don't support Emperor properly, you do like 2 brave damage every trap. So like, that's something to be appreciated. Like, it really feels like people are like, here's the biggest thing. I don't like the voice. Y'all are pulling for Porum. They got the same motherfucking voice actor. I don't want to hear it. Y'all, this is cap. I don't like the character. Man, ain't none of y'all remember who Sid Reigns was. These are quite literally the worst excuses. And like, it's okay to acknowledge you're skipping someone who can be potentially powerful, but you don't gotta slander them in the process, all right? Like, I skipped Yang because I don't care about him and I'm not trying to do the playstyle, but obviously Yang has some respect, and there's gonna be a lot of Palom runners who are about to put people under. Well, unfortunately, they're not a central target on YouTube like me with my Vincent video, so you can't like bring it back to me. But they're like these dispersed horrible smoking that top shelf booth. Thank you. I mean, it's just really, really inconsistent. Like Palom, I was watching a video earlier. I forgot. I need to shout them out later. I forgot who it was. This is my bad. But there are Palom runners out there who are just cranking out. Like Arrowlay did it the other night too, and he's cranking out damage. It's not like he's broken or nothing, but like it's people can't fucking add. Like if he's doing splash damage on against 2 targets across 2 consecutive turns, which adds 1 to the turn count, and it's 400k in total, that's like meh. But Tifa does it in 1 action. People are like, oh yeah, Tifa. Like I get it. Tifa's amazing, and Tifa's not just her damage. But Jesus Christ, let's put some respect on Palom's name, can we?
Yeah, and a lot of people may not pull Tifa, but I also think, in general, right? These people are just using convenient excuses because they don't want to say, I just don't like the character. Just say you don't like the character.
Yeah, just say that.
You don't have
just
to come up with a fucking excuse. There's no reason for it.
Does Palom inflict Imperial on EX? Yes, he does. And his EX is up. Like someone was like, "Wow, hit me. You allowed his HP and EX. Like, isn't his EX up longer than like 2 skills, like 2 HP plus?" They're like, no, if you don't break, like it's just 2 HP plus, and his EX is back up. And they're like, oh. Like a lot of people just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's so weird. Like,
is it really just 2?
I think it is. I think it is. Like maybe if there's some high turn rate shenanigans, it might be 1 skill. Like it's not like Palom's EX
it's definitely 1 skill.
Definitely 1 skill, but like you can get his EX up fast, and his EX and like especially with just modifiers, and the self sufficiency really is important because the same applies to like Squall. Like you don't buff Terra and she does no brave damage. Emperor ulti is pretty much as strong. Like damage dealers are generally as strong as the people you build around them, but Palom has a huge leg up in that he's self-sufficient. So what he lacks in potential utility, it's damage. And then we have the other side where people are saying, "Oh, this is a low turn count." It is. I'm not strawmanning because I'm not saying the people complaining about the turn count are saying the just a damage dealer meme. But Jesus Christ, damage is important. If Mina was here, he'd be yelling about this again. We said this so many times. If you want it, the best way to not see a boss's mechanics is to just kill it. This is kind of the thing behind the Terry Young thing, where you just kind of burn the boss down before it does anything. Same thing. But here you have Palom, who's just 1 unit, who could potentially just do it on his own. But it really is people rationalizing what they were already deciding to do. Just be honest, like for real. It's crazy.
This banner is terrible though for most players.
Is it really?
This banner is a train wreck.
Is it really? Let's go into that.
No, I mean honestly, Palom is a damage dealer. He is a great damage dealer, but he is a damage dealer. And then there's Edward, who basically has sleep, and what does he have? Some brave damage up, I think.
Attack up.
Yeah,
and the debuff. I don't trust you for an objective analysis of Edward on air.
What is your opinion of Warrior of Light when he gets his LD board? Godly, and he has a 65% attack aura and no brave damage up, and he's godly.
Okay, well, hold on. You are taking that. That is very dishonest.
For now,
no, that's not violence. You chose stupid. What are you talking about? I'm not. The Warrior Light isn't godly because of his attack. He's godly because of the brave regen and the HP damage up that he provides, like unconditionally. Sure. And the HP cap armor. That's why I like him. He's not for his attack aura.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying, right? The attack aura doesn't factor in. This is why we removed the infographics by buffs page and the debuffs page.
That's circular logic, by the way.
Those stats were chaos. They were chaos relevant. They're still relevant, and they're more relevant at Gladio's Lost Chapter when defense spikes.
I don't remember. I just saved him there, bro. I don't remember that
fight. So defense spikes upcoming, and when the defense spikes, the best way to get over high defense is attack. The best way to get over brave damage reduction is more brave damage. So, but that's the whole thing. I don't know. Edward might have some attack, but he lacks so much damage. And also the whole sleep going down with AoE attackers is pretty rough if you are using AoE attackers.
Refer back to when I said I don't trust you for an objective analysis on Edward.
That's true. You
Although
shouldn't.
I will say that his damage is pretty ass. It's pretty sad. I'm sad
it is.
that Belial is not making videos at this time because he's lazy. But I really was excited to see his shenanigans with Edward's calls and stacking the eye brave downs, because there is some pretty funny stuff for that there. But I do agree that it's hard to justify Edward in the party at this point. But Palom's pretty damn good. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but if there's a new player, you should have pulled 9 already, right?
9's gone, fam.
No, I know he's gone now, but 9's better. Yeah, that banner for a new player is better.
Oh yeah, I agree completely.
Okay, yeah.
Edward damage is not good. Edward damage is butt.
The banner's hot trash. Hope is a whiner. Palom's annoying, and Edward's a turd bucket. It's like a holy trinity of annoying characters on one banner.
Nice. Wow. Now I'm curious how your polls went, because this almost feels like foreshadowing. New player poll Galuf. Yeah, that's really the bars right there. Galuf is a god. That might be one of my like top units in JP to recommend to people, because that man, I was talking to J.A, I don't know what the fuck to say about it earlier. He's like, what orbs does he hit? I'm like, he's got the HP regen, damage reduction, dodge, counter, and for element orbs and other nonsense. So he's got batteries, so he's probably real good on. I was maybe a Rojas Lufenia, provided you enchant him, and just general like party buff and stuff. Like Galuf is pretty strong. I mean, I got more. To be fair, I could have run Tifa if I wanted to more, but I felt like she came out a little too early for when she's releasing now, because she's pretty stupid. But I use Galuf a lot. Like, that man continues to put in work continuous. Oh yeah, and kill the suicide orb in JP for Lude's event. Like, he came in clutch there too. Like he's one of those. Like, if you want to talk about utility, that man does everything and the kitchen sink. Or is it a bag of chips? It's the kitchen sink, right? Shit.
I have no idea. What kind of chips?
Lay's barbecue.
What?
What do you mean, what? They're so good. What are you smoking?
Yeah.
Okay,
sour cream and
John.
onion Pringles, bro.
Oh God! Why are you trying to summon the devil? What? Excuse me. What?
John, break this tie.
I'm going with barbecue. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're off. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. That this TikTok I was watching earlier, and they were like, "Oh, you can. How about eating onion soup within an onion?" And the guy's like, "How about you eat a chicken soup inside of a chicken?" Like, he's like, you trying to summon the devil with your breath? What? I can't. Oh my God.
So good.
Oh God. That's not it.
Mind if I go back to the Palom for a bit?
Oh yeah, go ahead. You have the floor.
Sorry. Before we go on a Pringles debate again. Oh, sorry, Lay's debate. Sorry. So I don't. For the people that are doing those hot takes on Palom, I don't know. It's just like, they're trying to object. They're trying to rationalize why they don't want to pull him, when the basic reason is they just don't want to pull him.
Yeah, just say that.
And then for the guy that I think the one you featured on the TCC chat was Navarre. He blue armored Palom, and the damage is really huge.
Yeah, it's actually pretty hilarious. Huge
anyway,
potential.
Along with that, like, the whole self-sufficiency thing, like, he's really good. Like, with that bar set, he can only go higher when you pair him up with a good team. So a lot of people are really like off base when they were trying to like give their reasons why not to pull Palom.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes for a lot of skips. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the simpler reason is just like he got overshadowed because we have like Galuf, and I agree with Yoshi Pasta on this one. When he posted something on Twitter, like, Tifa is basically the same thing. They function in the same like realm of being a damage dealer. It's just that Tifa has, one, the waifu card, and two, her damage is more like apparent in that it just explodes on one character.
What's one action, and she has the turn manipulation factor with the delay on her EX and the instant turn on her skill 2, which is potentially more abusable. But otherwise,
let's say the next banner was let's say that the boss rush LD was actually null. Would Palom get more respect if Tifa wasn't there?
That's a great question. I don't know where to go with that.
Here's the thing. One, I don't think a lot of people didn't run him in JP. He also has the anti-waifu card. So it's not even that Tifa's a waifu, he's thing. Just annoying.
Yeah, Palom shit.
Yeah, he's annoying from what I remember in 4. And the banner is awful.
Mog says Tifa's damage is more consistent since I don't think she requires break to power. That is a good point, but Tifa is also purely single target, and breaks are not that difficult to acquire. In all honesty, that's just something to consider. But Tifa is a bit more plug and play, and she does have the advantage of kind of being more flexible. Like she can be. Well, no, that's actually false. I was gonna say she can be enchanted, but Palom can be enchanted too. His dual cast ability, his HP plus or whatever, is non-elemental, so you can actually enchant that if you're trying to hit some other condition or something. The non-existent ice absorb content, right? Palom
Speaking of one great thing, just going back to Gala for a second, and I think you did this in your Strago LC run, I think. But if you enchant Gala, when he dodges, if you're in a damage race and the orb is +1, well, he will counter and boost their orb in the off turns. So it is much less of a damage race thanks to Gala. That is another value piece of him. On top of 50% Brave damage up, which I do believe is the highest that we've ever had in GL.
Yeah, it's fat. If getting Tifa means I can't get Palom, I choose Palom. Interesting. Maybe I should go like on the road of you can skip both Tifa and Palom, be okay. Palom would be okay, because I think as I said multiple times, I haven't used Palom in a single Lufenia Plus, nor have I used Setzer, which is mind-boggling to a. And no, I haven't, because I just ain't feel like using them. I use Setzer for Transcendence 4 because they had like bullshit Brave reductions. But other than that, like after that, I ain't touched Setzer once. And I use Palom in a regular Lufenia boss rush out of curiosity. I don't know if dude was talking about Palom or Palom, but it's these units are obviously good. Don't get me wrong, but YouTube is. And the hype cycle is unfortunately a very strong beast that we really can't counteract. And that's just kind of, I say this all the time, but most people don't make their decisions on their own. They come to things based on what they see around them. It's the whole you are the company you keep thing. You're influenced by what's around you. So if you hear something, even if you're not consciously making that decision, it's why advertising is such a powerful industry. And it's not like, oh, I see ads, but that doesn't make me buy things. Well, sometimes it's something in the back of your mind long enough, you're influenced a little. And statistically, people tend to lean more in one direction if it's advertised more. So just by nature of seeing these units on YouTube and prevalent and on viral videos, we get pushed towards that sort of thinking. So it really is unavoidable. But if I can at least have a couple people potentially think about outside the box instead of seeing like cookie cutter teams, because I'm sure there's some people that are running Terra Young right now and are winning content, but they're probably also getting bored of it and they're looking for something else. If we can encourage other ways to enjoy the game, I think that's a net benefit for everyone.
I actually realized that I'm having less fun doing Terra Young, and that it is way more fun to like throw Celeste in there and just counter the boss.
Well, I saw that coming a mile away. That's why you didn't like Lightning.
No. I like Terra. I really enjoy Terra. I don't mind her spamming turns because she's waifu. So seeing her constantly pop up in turns, that's a-okay. Also, her damage is ridiculous. I wonder how many people screw up Meteor and use Meteor just because they think it's better, but you need like burst effects up or tons of debuffs to actually deal more damage with Meteor than Meltdown. But
Can
whatever.
you elaborate on that? Because I'm not a Terra expert by any means.
If Terra uses Meteor and isn't capping, even though her LD gives HP damage up, she can deal, like, let's say she deals 140k because she's not capping on a single target. She nearly always caps with Meltdown from 0 Brave, even in Brave gain reductions, because the potency on Meltdown is so high. So she's usually dealing like 9k even at the end of a fight, even without tons of modifiers on. She's still dealing good damage. And Meltdown just splashes like 80%. So you're dealing 190k no matter what with Meltdown. That's why Loken was like, Terra's amazing because she has easy damage. You don't need to, like, you can just default to Meltdown.
Loken's a chungus. He's an idiot.
Loken
genius.
is, yeah, he's crazy, even though one of his favorite characters is on your ugly list. I'm curious who else is on your ugly list, by the way, with Yang and Jegrin.
Ursula by proxy, although I might take that back. She's actually really cool. I need to think about that. Palom is Palom ugly? He's not ugly yet. He hasn't crossed that threshold. Damn, who else is ugly? I'll think about that. Keep talking.
Yeah. Cam could be sort of ugly.
No, Cam is the fresh. Like he's the Archduke. He's the charismatic Archduke. That man has sauce down to his ankles. He's got the Gucci flip flops. Cam will never be ugly.
Oh man, I don't spend enough time on the internet to know what the fuck you just said.
He's the sauce god. Cam swag is on 100,000. No one's touching him. Only one comparable to Cam swag is like Locke. Locke's got the freshest get up too. Locke's got the J's.
Hell yeah, and Cyan is real ugly.
Oh, Cyan is hideous. Oh yeah, and Necklord amplifies that tenfold.
Yeah. Also, his head is gigantic.
Yeah.
So usually, and people are also saying Freya, and they point to Freya because she has like monstrosity of hands.
Oh yeah, Freya's also a furry. So yeah, nope, ugly.
Okay, what about Mog?
No, Mog's adorable. That's not furry. Cool. That's just a cute little thing.
Okay, that's cool. How do you feel about Eiko's LD staff?
Eiko is poop. I don't care.
Okay,
she's trash.
Her weapon is morbid, and anyone that uses her LD weapon gloss is just sadistic.
I'm gonna list Steiner's ugly, by the way.
Steiner's
very
okay
ugly
when he smiles.
No. He looks like Thomas the Tank Engine face.
Oh my god, he does.
Cannot see it now, yo.
He really does. Well, I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about.
Me neither.
This is a great tangent.
Raiden's pretty ugly. That's half because of his voice. I'm scrolling down the list of characters.
No, Raiden is fine.
Raiden's hideous. Raiden's a guy you turn the corner and you see his face and you just jump. He's got a weird looking face. Oh yeah, adding back to the Palom thing, I forgot Alphino. Alphino is not the YouTuber, although he's a dork. Alphino is a HP attack spammer, and he was pretty popular.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's another one. Kamari's hideous. Yeah.
What?
Kamari's hideous.
It's like people are complaining about HP pluses, but like on JP side, we're seeing like people like Machina and Locke doing like almost 1 million on HP plus alone.
It's different. It's special.
Yeah, that's it.
Where JP, you just straight up ignore it. Like you just ignore Locke's skill too now for the most part. It will never be consistent. I think that was the only list of ugly characters though. So Jagrin,
it's a party heal.
Yeah, only if you need to heal. You're usually just pressing that button. Yeah, I think there's only like 5 ugly characters listed. I'll figure it out when I run back to the recording. Surprise people like Eiko's alt costume. That thing looks like a rotten Brussels sprout. It looked like. Go ahead.
It'll probably look better in game, is my guess, and
I don't think so.
People will get it maybe, but yeah. There, Mutsky. If anyone watches speedrunning, Mutsky does a ton of speed runs, and even if he's speed running like FF7, the last step of every speed run is Eiko sucks, and I really appreciate that. Dude's an awesome speedrunner.
Eiko is terrible. Eiko is poop.
Yep.
There's a person that's aimed at, and I hope you're listening to me saying that Eiko sucks, and I hope your LD's terrible. Word to Loken.
All right, I got black from Ink for calling the Eiko costume a bootleg idiot.
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry about that.
She's a shining star in what I would call, it's a fun game, but a mediocre cast of characters because they balance each other out a lot, which I guess is good for a cast, but you'd normally want a very likable cast, and she is on the positive side of things. So, yeah. And Eiko is awful. I wish they left her in Medain. Sorry. I wanted a choice to not recruit her in FF9, and there was none.
Oh, man. Eiko is poop.
Give her. They should have a story about her horn and Kimahri, and I want to see Kimahri try and take her horn away. She does not deserve it.
Wow.
Give Kimahri.
Whoa, I don't know if I go that far. I don't know if I go that far. That's a lot. Yeah, man. You really. Man, when you hate something, you really hate it.
I lean in.
You really do. I don't even remember Lightning Tia's Eiko. Oh God, why would you bring that back up?
I have respect for Eiko. She was amazing, and they put her on like what 6 banners in the early era.
She was very good in the early game. It's weird thinking about who was good in the early game, like compared to now. Like Saz 35. I remember when Tifa was garbage. Like, Tifa got her EX and she was still terrible. She had the HP condition on Beat Rush, and now Beat Rush does 6 HP attacks. Ida was terrible.
Beat Rush Plus is better than Kuja's LD weapon. Which is
single
bananas.
target.
Yeah.
No, but but Kuja is alternating, so it doesn't matter. I'm talking about damage.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. If his hits were AoE, did they make that? Did they rework his LD board to be AoE?
I think they did. I'm not quite sure. I just know it does.
Okay.
I don't be reading details
is.
nowadays. It's just usually more HP attacks with refund and splash or split. It's just whatever at this point. That's why I was trying to do these JP retros over the weekend. I'm like, what do people's skills do again? I'm like, I know they do more damage. It's better. What are you guys gonna do on infographics for for Ultima weapons and Crystal Knight?
Well, Ultima weapons, I don't know if we're gonna do one.
Actually, that's a good
Rem
point.
has a really good one.
That's a good point. But what about the EX upgrades and the?
Well, we're just gonna use the all-in EX. Are they giving you enough materials for 90 right now for everybody, or no?
Yeah. So although these co-ops are taking years, well, to be fair, I can't tell if the co-ops are taking longer or we had just gotten used to shorter co-ops. Let me dial that back a little. But yeah, I've done like 5 2x runs of the lot co-op so far, and I haven't even gotten. I think I've only gotten like a fourth of the crystals. Yeah, it's they're expecting you to co-op grind a little, but you can get it to everybody. That's the important part.
So we'll just put the upgraded EX inside.
There's a lot on these.
We were talking about the BT Plus, and we're not even going to list ingot levels for BT Plus.
Thank you.
We're just we're just going to list the base BT skill and then the upgraded BT skill.
Yeah, because Pikachu is definitely going to be out here running 1 out of 3 Burst Plus units, and I'm going to block him so hard. Dear God, he will be the one to do it. Man, have you looked at Locke's EX extension? It is massive. Like I'm having a stroke trying to figure out how to play Locke because so much changed. Like that's one of the things I really like about Locke is his item play, but his EX upgrade is like a whole new essay, which includes his new HP attack. And his item priorities changed. It's just it's one of the big spots where not being able to read Japanese is really just truly a pain in the ass. Oh my God.
I have to look it over. I haven't looked at the specifics. His BT attack is so fucking hype.
When you told me what it was, I was like, all right, Okay, I see now. I see what the reference is. I never got that
Yeah,
far
so-
in Final Fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah, if you played FF6, if you didn't play FF6, you probably look at it as BT animation. You're like, all right, that's pretty like average. It's actually a direct reference from FF6, like the exact exact way that the Phoenix is shown inside, like when Locke, and no spoilers, but when a really important thing happens to Locke, and it is spot on for that. It hits all the feels, and the music is so good.
To be fair, he could have done a flip and a kick and then done it. It was like he just stands there. That was probably the worst. Like, at least with Knowles, he did the exact choreography when he did his thing in 13-2. But Locke just stood there. That's the only beef I had with it. It's not an attack. It's just the Phoenix comes out. That's the only beef I have. But otherwise, respect given to the burst finisher. Now, his someone asked, is the new HP attack in JP tied to the LD or the burst? So it varies. So Machina's is tied to his burst. Locke's is tied to his EX extend 2. So he actually doesn't need his LD to access that broken HP attack. It's just having the LD just makes it have like steroids on it and able to guarantee it more consistently. So you're actually in a good spot if you have just the EX Locke without his LD and JP if you're like doing lower level content, because he'll have a nuke HP plus depending on if he has EX. The way to get it is to have his EX buff up and have Genji gloves up as well. Then you get the nuke. That's pretty easy to.
Yeah. So his EX buff is Master Scroll, which I found out from Nino is the translated or renamed version of Offering from FF6. And Offering gave you 4 HP attack, four attacks if you had it equipped. And if you put Genji Glove with Offering, you did 8 attacks.
Oh.
So the fact that he has 8 HP attacks is so fucking lit.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Locke's always been so interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I love, they basically made him a really, really interesting character to play, which I'm glad they did, because I think that they were taking the lazy route with some characters, like Kieran, for example. It's like, yeah, get his LD and now his stacks don't go away. So you just always see the same stuff rather than upgrading both like downgraded and the better version. That's what they should do on most of these characters, but
right.
Yeah.
John, I know we got you on here. I want to have you talk about something. Has there been anything going on that you want to get off your chest? I'm putting you on the spot here to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, it worked.
Bam!
Let's see. Well, I'm guessing it's people trying to like do like force non-synergy versus synergy stomping again. Like it keeps popping up now again because Terra Yang's just like breaking the game.
What do you mean?
So people are just like, it's either like most people just win the game by either like pressing the Terra Yang button or like synergy stomping it.
Mm-hmm.
Then people just start going like, it's the whole easy rant again.
Oh, could you elaborate? I want to hear what you got to say.
I don't know. I can't remember the guy's name, but he just like keeps. I kind of saw him on the Reddit Discord, and he's just like spamming like Terra Yang easy button. Then it's like, oh, it's done.
Oh.
And I'm just like, okay. Well, not everyone pulled for Terra and Yang. A lot of people probably did. I didn't. I don't really care.
Yeah, but the thing about those guys is usually they don't have a lot going for them.
Yeah. Although, let's see. Well, I did actually something I do want to talk about is I actually started playing JP a few days ago.
Oh.
Like I pulled it right before the Sid banner went out.
Was it because of Sid?
Like, yeah, I wanted to see how broken his missiles were.
Oh.
I didn't even try to like farm up their stats. I was able to do the 8 Lufenia without even trying.
Oh yeah, everyone that's the punching ground. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Anyway, but other than that, I don't know. I don't really have much to rant on Dffoo other than the whole people like the whole elitism thing people get by using broken units.
Yep, fair. How are your cloud runs going? I don't think I've watched one in a minute, but I usually do.
The last one I did for the Edward Lufenia, actually, for once I tried the Square Enix Airlines team. It actually worked out pretty well.
Nice.
Yeah, I usually don't run it. I prefer HP damage up over than launching.
Yeah, I feel that. Generally, how I play, and that's why I'm really I love those. I think I talked about this in my armor video, but I was like, I love me some HP cap ups because just raising that, like you don't notice that you're overcapping on HP damage until. Actually, I don't know how I was going to phrase that, but it can be very useful. I found, and I find that a lot easier than boosting brave damage up, but both can work pretty well. I think I'm getting some kind of feedback somewhere. Who am I echoing off of?
I don't know.
Stop now. I don't know where I was going with that.
Indolent Lord is hilarious. Young, divorced Sheila for Terra.
Is Sheila his wife?
Made me laugh. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the frying pan to just like murder Yang in one
shot.
shot.
Oh, right, that happened. Oh, I wanted to talk about the. Have you guys paid attention to any of this Stranger in Paradise thing? The new game that's getting memed to death with the chaos stuff.
Well, I mean, he says chaos like 80 times.
Man, I was so excited for this game. I didn't even notice that until people kept pointing it out. Y'all suck. Y'all suck, man. I don't get it.
I didn't notice it in the trailer, actually, that it was being overused. I didn't notice it until someone pointed it out. But I am mad that they said it, because as soon as they said it once, I was like, oh, is Chaos Garland? And I was like, are they going to show Garland? And then they showed Garland. I was like, that's sort of... that's cool that Garland is there, but I really wish they didn't use the word chaos. And they used it like for the first time when he's like, I'm here to kill chaos, and then show Garland. Oh, that would have been amazing. People would have been so hyped.
Anyone saying chaos in chat is getting banned, by the way. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
yeah, everyone's getting.
I love that Dreamy put chaos in the Palom infographic. That Palom infographic is hilarious. It was all Dreamy.
Oh god, you guys are goofballs, man. All I saw was well. To be fair, I'm an edgelord, so I love stupid shit like that. But I love like games like that where they beat your ass. Like I love Soulsborne's games, but I don't like Dark Souls. But like Jedi Fallen Order and what's the other one I played? I played some Sekiro too, and those games are fun because they beat your ass, and that's all. Like all I saw in that gameplay trailer was the gameplay. And I was talking to Mino about it earlier, and he's like, some people just don't. Actually, I don't know what he said, so let me not misrepresent him like he would do to me if he was here. But man, I have a PS5, so I guess another part of the problem is a lot of people didn't play the demo. But I have a PS5, and I played the demo, and I was gonna stream it yesterday, but then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get my ass beat on stream, and I'm not gonna learn anything, so I just play it offline, and I still haven't beaten it yet. But man, the game has a lot of I think it's got a really good base. It's coming out in 2022, so I think it actually has the potential to be really good. The people who made Neo are the people who made it. I think, Team Ninja made Neo, so I think this game has a lot of potential, and I think the memes are kind of dragging down what could be potentially good. That's just it's been all I've been thinking about yesterday, because I'm like, all right, I could care less about the chaos, because the comparison I've been drawing is to Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I know Ink has there's 0% chance Ink has played it, but John, haven't you played that?
Yeah, I've played it.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite games, and that game is so stupid, but it's so like it's so stupid that it ends up working because the gameplay is so solid. So I see something like that, and I'm like, all right, whatever. The decent presentation is it's a benefit, you know. You see what I'm saying there?
Kinda, yeah.
How much of Revengeance did you play?
I actually finished it, even the other storylines.
Okay, what difficulty?
I tried hard. I'm not ready for Revengeance yet.
Okay. Because I perfected Revengeance difficulty. So I sweated the hell out of that game. I like those. I like those fighting, the beat 'em up games. So
I don't have the patience for a perfect win.
Understandable. That was when I was young and didn't have anything better to do. But I like those kind of games. So I think if you haven't, I mean, they obviously take some patience, and you lose a lot, and that's not the best feeling in the world. But then you also get that high off of it's like getting your ass beat by a Lufenia for like days on end, you know, and then you finally crack the code, and then you're like, that was pretty decent, you know. It's so if you haven't tried those genre games, don't try Dark Souls, because Dark Souls is slow as fuck. I hate it. I hate Dark Souls, but I like everything else. Definitely worth trying out. Maybe this is me encouraging people to branch out. Let me actually read the chat because I went red with fury.
It's
red with chaos.
It's a bunch of shit that I don't know because I didn't play any of these games. But yeah, I think that them going back to FF1 and doing this Origins thing is potentially amazing for the other games that are also like pre-7. And I'm not just talking about FF6 because I love FF6, but I think also showcasing FF2 and 3 and 4, like making solid sort of different storylines associated with them will be super hype and people will love it. So I'm hoping this is like the first installment of that.
Bl'Art, is there a detailed guide for those kinds of games? Like one, I hate you. 2, yes, there is. Revengeance is a tutorial to the final boss. That's hilarious. Dark Souls is Rising.
Inaccurate.
Preferably written by folks with Tom. Okay, you were going to a Tom Brady joke there. All right. I think that the lore potential for this game could be really cool because the city is connected to Final Fantasy 1. I forget exactly how, but it's like it was tied into the beginning of Final Fantasy 1 or something with Garland. I don't remember the exact stuff, but I'm thinking like there's no way. Well, actually, there is a way. It could literally be this straightforward. It could just be some dumb isekai with barely a plot, or they could. I'm thinking like the way they had the title screen because it's like Jack's face crosses over with Garland. Like maybe like he becomes Garland. Like he has some of the, maybe it's a coincidence or maybe it's a reference. But when he's swinging his sword, he's got the big ass Garland sword he's swinging around by default. And he's like, "I'll crush you," and that's exactly what Garland says in like the Dissidia game. So I'm thinking like maybe he's about to become Garland, and that Garland becomes Warrior of Light or some time shenanigan like nonsense. But I think the game could potentially be interesting plot wise, and they can throw in a lot of Final Fantasy bosses there, like the 4 fiends or the 4 elemental whatever. I forget what they're called, but like Tiamat. Actually, I don't remember any of them, but those like there's some potential. And
Tiamat's definitely one of them.
Yeah, they could throw in a lot of references to other games. Like it could be really cool. Not related. How much longer is Terra Young going to be the go-to team? I missed out on both, and it makes finding team ideas annoying, even with Call to Arms. I'm sorry to say that's going to be a thing for like, let's see, Eldnarsh, Lael, Cloud of Darkness, Tidus. Not looking good. Yuna still going. I know Terra Young is run up until at least X-Death, which is right before Lufenia Plus. So, like you could throw in Cloud of Darkness and Tidus friends and throw in some other shenanigans, but you're gonna be able to run other things. Again, if you need some help with the game, I suggest join the TCC Discord that I linked in the video description, and a bunch of people willing to help you out. Very good community. Are you surprised? I'm just kind of spiraling out of control as I read chat. Now we're all over the place.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that Transcendence 7 was so easy, or is it a case of BT Plus being so strong? I think Locke and Farian kind of overly trivialize it because 6 was a mess. I think 6 was just really hard, and Transcendence 7 was potentially a mess without the right units. So it's with the right units, it becomes a face roll. After this Lufenia, I can't root against Scarlet. The 4 Archfiends. Thank you, Blind Eye. Caius would be there because I mean there's a lot of potential in this game, and I'm really excited for it. Tiamat, Kraken. Name is as basic as design. Okay, it's we got 3 minutes.
When is 16 coming out?
When is 16 coming out? Eventually. It's 2 different teams. Like Team Ninja's working on one.
No, I know.
And then 16 is being worked on by the 14 team, and they're wrapping up Endwalker. So I'd expect to. We didn't see 16 news this year, but I didn't expect to. But hopefully next year we see some 16 news.
I'm expecting 16 to be exclusive to the PS6 before it's released. Just
maybe people, the rest of the world, will be able to get PS5s eventually.
I can't describe how much I absolutely despise the fact that I can't get a PS5 and I want to play Integrate. I absolutely despise that it's exclusive to PS5.
Yeah, dick move, Sony. Well, to be fair, they probably developed it assuming that PS5s would be easily distributable.
Sure. All right, that makes me less mad.
I think it's because they've definitely been they had a whole ass upgrade, and you don't do a port like that within a year without like long time preparation. Like the jump they made was huge. So I was watching a I'm big into the PC building community, so I watch like a lot of Linus Tech Tips, Jay's 2 cents, like all those guys. And I was watching a video of him. I'm like, oh, everyone's mad about the shortages. Like it's affecting everything with games, PC parts, like cars, like hobby stuff. Like everyone's getting railed by these shortages, and it really is unfortunate because there were a lot of assumptions made years ago that there wouldn't be shortages, and it's just unfortunate. Keep refreshing those Twitter pages and trying to get a PS5, because that's the way I got one. Open incognito tabs. Try to pre-log into sites. Like, yo, you got to be on the grind. I was grinding for 6 months trying to get me a PS5, and I finally got one a couple weeks ago. So like from the jump, I'm like, yo, I'm playing Intergrade on launch, or somebody's getting robbed. Like somebody like run them pockets. Run them pocket.
PC Tech Tips, rob everyone.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm getting it. Stay strong, y'all. Keep refreshing. I mean, Xbox are like cockroaches. You can find an Xbox anywhere. PlayStation's out there. We are at an hour, and we're not really talking about anything in specific. I do build PCs. We can probably start wrapping up now. For some reason, Mino, and Necklord didn't show up. Thank God. It was just us today. John, closing thoughts. Doesn't have to be anything.
Absolutely nothingness. Just kidding. I don't know. Slow week. We're waiting for the next stream next week, the other events. Yeah. So pretty much that's it.
Yep, I feel that. Ink, closing thoughts.
I posted my poll video that I owed Jin Lee. So you can check that out. I want to say it's an entertaining 11 minutes, hopefully. But yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's my closing thought.
Go watch Inkwelder's poll video, guys, and go.
It is the last fucking poll video I will ever put out.
Go say how great Palom and Edward are. Especially Edward is probably the most powerful. Say something positive about Edward. You said I was gonna get the Black Forces for a PS5. Yo, if I had to, I would have. Incognito. No, you open the incognito. That's not just what incognito tabs are used for, you goofballs. You use them so your cookies aren't saved, so you can log into a different session, and then you can potentially I got my PS5 in an incognito tab. I had sessions open on my phone. I had Firefox and Chrome open, and incognito tabs on both. Like, you really got to be on it if you're trying to get it, bro. Galif a week late on 2 synergy events he's on. Yeah, I don't know what they were smoking. My closing thoughts is I'm gonna play more Origins. Hopefully I can beat Garland tonight. I'm not gonna stream it. I did play Intergrade. I'm gonna upload because I was playing it live. I reacted to it, but please don't get spoiled on that game, guys. It's they did good.
I'm trying to avoid it as much as possible.
Please do block off all the keywords. Holy shit, Marvin for CA25. Wow, thank you, Marvin, again. You're the GOAT. Oh wow.
Oh, man.
Jesus, barely made it, but I'll catch the next VOD. Bro, if you keep donating like that, I'll change the time. Ink, I'm coming for that Patreon next. Love the content from everyone. Hey man, you're the GOAT.
Nice.
You're the GOAT. I'm glad I talked for 2 more minutes, I guess. Wow.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Love the support.
Yeah, dude. I'm just an idiot talking. No, I'm not gonna speak for everyone's idiocy. Actually, I'm not even gonna call Johnbelmont.
We are just people.
Yeah, we are just people at the end of the day.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, I'm very stupid.
Oh yes, he said it, not me. All right, you're stupid. Yeah, Gallo coming soon. TM. I hate people asking when a banner is, because when it gets here, it'll get here. It's not like you knowing when it'll come will change anything, and whether you're gonna do anything with it or not. Probably. Actually, that might have been completely false. So just disregard everything I just said. That was not a coherent sentence. The most accurate way to use Edward's hide is to tag him out with the... Don't say stuff like that. You'll give it to Ink.
I can't fucking complete the damn Lost chapter because one of the quests is use Edward in your party. I'm never gonna do it.
I hate you so much.
Fuck those resources.
I hate you so much.
I'm gonna forever have.
I hate you.
I'm gonna forever have cleared.
I hate you.
Fucking hate that.
I hate you.
It's the hardest mission they've ever put in the game for me.
You suck.
Give me the 0
Oh my
HP condition on Deuce LC any day.
Look at this guy.
Fuck that Edward condition. Are you kidding?
Anyways, comments. Everyone still in the chat. Again, TCC Discord. You can find me there. You can find all of us idiots there. Come get help with your clears and talk to people who don't have as many hot takes as general. Comments. Say what you liked about the stream today. Tell Mino to get his own damn channel, even though he's not here. He needs to hear it. We're gonna beat him into submission until he gets a channel. Marvin is the GOAT forever and ever. Also, Indolent Lar is the GOAT. Blind Eye is also the GOAT. Everyone else is ugly, especially. Why am I saying this? I'm really sad that the stream cut out when it did. When I told it's gonna be funny running it back when I said nobody asked, and if it really did cut out there, that's really funny. It's gonna be fun running it back. Anyways, I'm rambling now, and I need to go put my salmon away, so I'm gonna call it here. Thanks you guys for coming out to the ranting hour, and we've ranted, and I'll